Hey animal enthusiasts and herpetologists, it's Joel here, and in this video I will showcase one of California's rarest turtles. Let's get into it. This is the Southwestern Pond Turtle, Actinemys pallida. These guys can be found in ponds, marshes, streams, rivers, and lakes with lots of vegetation and rocky bottoms, and prefer having rocks and logs to bask on. They can be distinguished from the northwestern pond turtle primarily by range, since these guys are found in more southern, coastal regions from the San Francisco Bay down to Baja California. Pictured in red is the range of the northwestern pond turtle, and the orange is the southwestern pond turtle. These turtles get around 3.5 to 8.5 inches in shell length, with females being larger than males. Males also have a lighter colored throat with no markings, while females have dark speckled markings on the throat. The plastron for males is also more concave, while the females are flat or convex. Lastly, the vent is usually anterior to the edge of the carapace in females, while it is posterior to the edge in males. Other notable characteristics are that they are typically dark brown or black with an unkeeled carapace, have patterns of lines or black spots on an orange to cream background, and they lack hinges on the plastron. The edges of the scutes also tend to be more squiggly compared to other pond turtles. Today, these guys are listed as proposed threatened by the U.S. Endangered Species Act and a species of special concern by the U.S. Department of Fish and Wildlife. Populations are in decline throughout 75 to 80% of its range, all of which is due to humans. In the early 19th century, these guys were commercially harvested for food, which continued into the 1930s. Then in the 20th century, massive wetland drainage projects in the Great Valley destroyed much of their suitable habitats. Continuing on into today is one of the major threats to these turtles. This is the introduction of non-native pond turtles into their habitat, especially red-eared sliders, yellow-bellied turtles, and painted turtles. People will often buy these turtles at a very small size, even hatchlings which are illegal to sell, not realizing that they can potentially reach up to a foot long. Once they reach too large of a size and outgrow their enclosure, the owners will usually end up releasing them into a nearby pond or stream to outcompete native species and introduce diseases. Another invasive threat is the American bullfrog, which has been observed eating juvenile pond turtles. Here, I had the special opportunity to hold the southwestern pond turtle, thanks to a USGS representative conducting population surveys. The reason we must use gloves is to prevent the transmission of pathogens such as fungi from harming the turtles. Because of their conservation status, it is likely that even holding them like this will be illegal in the upcoming years. Other characteristics which make them vulnerable is that they do not begin mating until they are around 8 to 10 years old and only lay clutches of around 2 to 11 eggs. Sliders and painted turtles, on the other hand, produce nearly twice as many offspring. Once they were sampled, they were then released back into the wild. So how can you support conservation efforts? One very important contribution is if you have a pet turtle that you can no longer care for, you should take it to your local shelter, reptile rescue, or find it a new caretaker such as through Facebook. But you should never release them into the wild. Spreading the word for those that keep turtles in the pet trade can make a big difference. But yeah guys, so that is the southwestern pond turtle. If you liked this video and want to see more, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.